Welcome to your weekly buzz, presented by Speaking Human.
Here's what's happening this week on the Buzz.
Voted one of the best podcasts of 2018 by Time, the Rewatchables is a podcast about the most rewatchable movies. It broke through last year by being an escape from the heavy onslaught of political, pop culture, and sports podcasts. Featuring a rotating panel of pundits, including the Ringer founder himself, Bill Simmons, the hosts choose a film from the past 50 years that, if you catch it on TV, you have to sit down and watch a couple minutes of it. The show breaks the movie down and discusses the best quotes, the most rewatchable scene, what aged the best or worst in the movie, and plot holes. It also features a half-assed internet research corner segment, which gives surprising facts about how the movie was shot, cast, and behind-the-scenes drama. It's the ultimate escape podcast, just like that film you can't get enough of. In an age that is inundated by new content creators and new voices in entertainment, could podcasts focused on nostalgia be the podcast trend of 2019?
Here's what's happening this week on the Buzz.
There is nothing like Morning Joe to get your day going. And we're not talking about coffee, we're talking about Joe Rogan. As in the Joe Rogan Experience, a staple since the early days of podcasts and hosted by comedian Joe Rogan. You know, that guy from Fear Factor and UFC fame. The Joe Rogan Experience podcast is a long-form conversation with friends and guests that have included comedians, actors, musicians, MMA fighters, authors, artists, and beyond. There are no reoccurring segments or structure, but it is consistently ranked in the top 10 podcasts. As an interviewer, Rogan is insightful and he doesn't shy away from asking pointed questions. Episodes have featured guests such as Lawrence Cross talking science, Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris talking philosophy, and Rogan smoking weed with Elon Musk. Rarely can someone donate 3 hours to an episode, but the Joe Rogan Experience is a conversation that will keep you listening until the last word.
Here's what's happening this week on the Buzz.
You may remember the now famous iPhone 3G commercial from a decade ago featuring the line, "There's an app for that." The updated version of that line for 2019 could easily be, "There's a podcast for that." As more people embrace the podcast medium, both as consumers and creators, the quantity of podcasts available has exploded. According to Podcast Insights, there are currently over 600,000 different podcasts available and over 18 million podcast episodes. There are short podcasts lasting only a few minutes, with some asking thought-provoking questions and others helping kids brush their teeth. And there are long podcasts, with some like Dan Carlin's Hardcore History hitting the nearly 6-hour mark. There are podcasts about mindfulness, maniacs, marathons, marketing, and Mars. And those are just a few that start with M. There's a podcast about surviving Y2K. Yep, remember that year? There's a cast from Conan O'Brien, and even one that dives into the best movie villains. These days, there truly is a podcast about everything for everyone. And here's the craziest part. We haven't even reached peak podcast saturation. According to Edison Research, 124 million Americans aged 12 plus listened to podcasts in 2018. That's up 4% from the previous year, and that number is expected to jump again this year. So look for more podcasts to emerge with greater focus on niche topics. While it may seem like the medium has been fully explored, there's still a lot of new ideas for individuals and brands to cast into your eardrums.
And that's your weekly buzz. Get more fresh buzz at speakinghuman.com/buzz.